Okay guys, today we're talking about a fragrance from the house of Amouage. They have a lot of amazing fragrances. The list goes on and on. We have Reflection Man, which my friend Jerome likes a lot, so shout out to my friend Jerome. There's Enclave. There's another one of my favorites called Search. There's so many on the platform, the list goes on and on, right? But today we're talking about Amouage. This is King Blue. So in this video here, I'm going to tell you about my performance, how I feel about the fragrance, and if you should buy it or try to get a sample. Amouage, this is King Blue. So this bottle is pretty cool. I like the dark and the light gray cap. So this fragrance retails for $500 for a 100 ml bottle or 3.4 fluid ounces. You can actually pick this bottle at the Amouage website, and you can pick up samples as well for around $12 to $13. So I'll leave all the information down below if you decide to purchase this or a decant or a sample. Let's go over the presentation. So the box is pretty cool. It's a nice Amouage box. It's the blueness from King Blue. Opens up like this, has Amouage, has symbols of Amouage in the back, and your bottle goes right here, rests in the middle here. Nice soft texture. Now I'm gonna show you the bottle. The bottle is really beautiful, which I'll zoom in and show you. Very nice and elegant. Sprayers are awesome as well. Shout out to Steven from REDOLESSENCE for letting me borrow his bottle to review. This is not my bottle, so thank you, Steven, so much. I do appreciate it, brother. This fragrance opens up. You're getting about a good 5 to 10 seconds of a nice bit of freshness coming from the mandarin. Once that freshness dissipates or disappears, you're getting that very heavy oud barnyard feel. So for me, it's like you're walking into a barnyard. Maybe you're wrestling with the pigs in the dirt, or maybe you're playing around with the cows or whatever, you know, cow tipping, whatever people do nowadays, these young kids. You smell that barnyard feel. You smell like somebody's taking a dump. You kind of get that vibe. Now, that's coming from the oud, okay? So if you're not familiar with oud, it has a stinky, vile, very strong, potent note in it that sometimes can be very, very off-putting. There's a very few amount of people that like this type of notes. I know a lot of people in Dubai love oud, and a lot of fragrances they spray a whole lot on. And I respect that culture, and I love oud fragrances. This one here is very strong. To me, I feel like it's really strong, so you gotta be careful with the sprays. There's no 16, 14 sprays. This is 1 to maybe 3 sprays max, and you're gonna get a heavy dose of projection. Get to the middle of the fragrance. That's where all that oud is into play. You're getting some leather as well in the fragrance, which is blending very well, and you're getting some frankincense in this fragrance. If you like oud and frankincense, you're gonna love something. This is an oud lover's dream fragrance. You're getting potent oud in your face. This is the type of oud I feel like that was in the old Oud Espahan by Christian Dior, the La Privée collection. Then they actually reformulated, made it more easier to wear, which I'm sad, but it is what it is. In the dry down, I'm picking up a lot of this amber, creamy vanilla feel in the fragrance, and the dry down is awesome. The dry down is probably one of the best parts of this fragrance. It's very smooth, very sweet, very creamy, and I like the dry down. The whole fragrance smells great, but that dry down is spot on, beautiful. It's amazing. I know they say there's amber in it. I definitely get an amber vanilla feel in the fragrance, very creamy, sweet, very seductive in the dry down, which is kind of funny for this type of oud-based fragrance. The dry down is very sweet in your face. You're gonna love the dry down more than the opening and more than the mid. Now let's talk about my performance. So everybody's skin chemistry will be different, so please keep that in mind. I might get better performance than you might get better than me, or vice versa. Projection for me, I'm getting about full arm's length, beyond the arm's length for the first 2 to 3 hours. This fragrance will announce itself in the room before you even enter the room. It's heavy and potent, well off of my skin. So please be careful with the sprays. You don't need to overspray this fragrance here. It's a high concentrated fragrance, and you're paying $500, and this has a hell of a lot of great performance. You don't need to overspray this fragrance. You should never empty this bottle out, ever in your lifetime. Longevity. It's amazing. I'm getting well over 10 to 12 hours of longevity, and that's with about 3 sprays on my wrist here. It's that heavy, and it lasts on my skin. Everybody's skin chemistry will be different, I know, but for me, I'm getting 12 hours plus, 12 hours plus really. By 12 hours, I'm trying to scrub it off because I want to wear another fragrance. You know, I'm done work. I want to go home, relax, put another fragrance on, test another fragrance out for my YouTube channel. so on and so forth. Season occasion. So this is where I'm very critical with it. This is more of a fall and winter scent. I I don't see wearing it in the early spring, in the spring, or the summer. It's going to choke people out. You're going to be annoyed. You might get nauseous. You might actually throw up or puke wearing something like this in the hotter months. That's just me personally, but try it out for yourself and see if it works for you in the warmer months. It's up to you. Occasion wise, this is more, I would say, of a dressier occasion or more of a novelty fragrance. This isn't one I would want to wear every day as a signature scent, but if you live in a cold area where there's cold climates everywhere, like your whole state or country is very cold, you don't get a lot of warm months, this could be a great signature scent for a man or a woman to wear. That's about it. There's really not a great time to really wear this fragrance. I feel like I wouldn't wear this every day as a wear. It's very expensive. I want to wear it more dressed up to prove a point, to make a statement type of fragrance or a statement maker fragrance. This is what I would pull for if I'm going somewhere and I want to be more fancy or be the center of attention, whether it's good or bad. Ratings and final thoughts. So for me personally, this is a 8.5 out of 10. I'm not going to give it a perfect 10 because I know people aren't going to spend $500 for a oud, incense, frankincense fragrance. I know that. I've been around the game for almost 7 years. I understand that. It's not a fresh blue fragrance. You get a blue element to the fragrance, which is very weird, but it's not a blue fresh fragrance. And that's me wearing it 3 times. I get a blue vibe in the fragrance, but it's not a fresh Bleu de Chanel or Dior Sauvage. So this is more of a grown man, fragrance aficionado, a connoisseur type of fragrance. This isn't your walk into Amouage and get this fragrance. I would prefer you get Reflection Man, Enclave. Fragrances like that are mass appealing, and you're going to garner a lot of comments. A friend of mine, I won't mention his name, he wore this fragrance several times. He loves it. He's gotten several comments with it, so I'm happy for him. I haven't got it. Most people around me said I didn't smell good, and they said it was more off-putting in my personal opinion. But to each its own, definitely check it out. At the end of the day, you definitely should get a sample of this. Please do not blind buy this fragrance. If you're an oud lover, then yes, perfectly blind buy this fragrance. If you have not tried oud yet, please do not blind buy this. Definitely get some lesser, more inexpensive oud fragrances, more of a starter oud fragrance before jumping into the heavy bad boy oud fragrances, because you won't like this and you'll be wasting your money for a $500 fragrance. This is not, in my opinion, not at all a blind buy worthy fragrance. If you guys have tried King Blue, let me know if you like it, love it, or hate it. What are your favorite Amouage fragrances from the house? Let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please show your support by liking the video, click the bell icon for future videos, and give it out as well. And make sure you get subscribed to the channel by clicking that red subscribe button down below. I'll catch you guys next one. Peace.